Imagine setting sail into uncharted waters, the horizon stretching endlessly before you, and the promise of discovery pulling your ship onward. But what if, as you search for safe harbor, the very land you find is no land at all? Medieval sailors believed there were sea creatures so massive that entire islands were actually living turtles, and some modern scientists think they might have been right. This is the legend of the Aspidochelone, the island-sized sea turtle that has haunted the dreams of mariners across millennia. For over 1,000 years, sailors from distant lands reported a chilling phenomenon. They would land on what appeared to be a lush island, an oasis of safety in the vast, dangerous sea. There, they would rest, gather water from springs, hunt game among the forests, and build fires to cook their food. But in moments, the ground would tremble, the island would shudder, and suddenly, with a deafening roar, the entire landmass would sink beneath the waves, dragging ships and crews to their doom. Ancient mariners described encountering turtles so enormous that forests grew on their backs. They mistook them for land until the creature moved. The Aspidochelone, whose name comes from the Greek for shield turtle, is one of the most compelling figures in the bestiaries of Europe. Its legend appears in the earliest Christian texts, like the Physiologus from the 2nd to 4th centuries, and in Isidore of Seville's encyclopedic writings in the 7th century. Medieval bestiaries, those fantastical catalogues of animal lore, immortalized the Aspidochelone in illuminated manuscripts, with detailed depictions of ships anchored atop a colossal shell, forests rising from its back, and sailors caught unawares as the monster submerged. It wasn't just Europe. The legend echoes throughout world cultures. In Hindu mythology, the earth itself is supported by a giant turtle named Kurma. Native American stories tell of Turtle Island, the birthplace of the world. The Chinese speak of Ao, a cosmic turtle whose legs hold up the heavens, and Japanese folklore recounts the tale of Urashima Taro, a fisherman rescued by a turtle. Arabic literature describes the Zaratan, another island-sized turtle or fish that deceives sailors. Across continents and centuries, the image persists. The world's greatest islands might just be living creatures. So, what did these mariners see? The physical descriptions are awe-inspiring. Some accounts claim the creature was over 15 miles long, its shell covered in sand and soil accumulated over centuries. Entire forests growing atop its back, with fresh water springs bubbling up from the shell. Mountains and valleys form from the ridges of its ancient carapace. So old is the Aspidochelone, the legend says, that entire ecosystems develop atop its back, with wildlife, foliage, and even rivers. Behaviorally, the Aspidochelone is said to be mostly stationary, remaining in one spot for decades or even centuries, rising to the surface only to breathe. This emergence was mistaken for the birth of a new island. Sensitive to heat, the creature would dive when fires were lit atop its shell, a fatal mistake for unknowing sailors. Some versions of the legend even claim the turtle was ancient and wise, able to speak prophecies to those who approached with respect. The sweet fragrances of its vegetation attracted ships, offering the promise of rest and sustenance. But this island was a trap. The camouflage was perfect. Harbors and beaches formed by shell indentations, safe landing spots, fresh water, and abundant food sources. Yet it was all ephemeral. As soon as the creature was disturbed or felt the heat of a campfire, it would submerge, leaving chaos in its wake. Medieval maritime culture took these stories seriously. Navigation manuals warned against certain shifting islands. Sailor folklore was passed down through generations, with religious interpretations seeing the Aspidochelone as a divine test or punishment. Maps were marked with warnings about false islands, and survival strategies were developed by experienced mariners to avoid these deadly traps. But could there be truth behind the myth? Modern scientific theories offer compelling possibilities. The largest living sea turtle species, the leatherback, can reach up to 7 feet in length. Impressive, but nowhere near island-sized. Yet the ocean is home to floating islands. Mats of vegetation, like those found in the Sargasso Sea, can drift for miles, easily mistaken for land at a distance. Some speculate that whale encounters, particularly with sleeping whales, might have inspired tales of moving islands. Submarine volcanic activity can create temporary landmasses, and massive floating seaweed mats can appear and disappear with the tides. And then there are the giants of the past. Prehistoric sea turtles like Archelon grew to over 12 feet long. Could ancient ecosystems have supported even larger species? The ocean's depths remain largely unexplored. Gigantism is not uncommon in marine environments, and unknown species might yet lurk in the abyss. Some scientists speculate that exaggerated accounts of real turtle encounters, combined with collective memory from the age of Ice Age megafauna, could have seeded the Aspidochelone legend. The symbolism of the Aspidochelone runs deep. In Christian allegory, the creature is a manifestation of the devil, tricking souls with false security. It serves as a moral lesson about deception and the dangers of worldly temptation, things that seem good but lead to destruction. The navigation metaphor is clear. Life's journey is fraught with hidden dangers, and wisdom and patience are needed to avoid disaster. Archaeological evidence, though sparse, is tantalizing. Medieval shipwrecks have been found in unexpected deep-water locations, and navigation charts sometimes feature mysterious island markings. Testimonies from sailors are recorded in court documents, and disruptions of trade routes were attributed to moving islands. Repeated sightings in the same geographical areas suggest that something, whether natural or supernatural, was indeed happening. The great mystery remains. Why is the legend so consistent across cultures? Shared maritime experiences, cultural transmission through trade routes, common psychological archetypes, and perhaps actual encounters with unknown species all play a role. The ocean is vast, dark, and enigmatic, a place where the line between reality and legend blurs. Could Aspidochelone have existed? The ocean's depths could easily hide massive creatures. Gigantism is a well-known phenomenon in marine biology. Ancient ecosystems might have supported life far larger than anything seen today, and deep-sea exploration continues to reveal new, enormous species. Even now, modern sightings keep the legend alive. Satellite imagery picks up anomalies in remote oceans, sonar detects massive moving objects, and fishermen report strange formations that defy explanation. Unexplained island appearances and disappearances continue to make headlines, fueling speculation and wonder. In the end, the Aspidochelone stands as a testament to the power of myth, the mystery of the sea, and humanity's eternal quest to understand the unknown. Whether real or imagined, it reminds us, sometimes the greatest dangers are the ones that look like safe harbor. And sometimes the most extraordinary truths are hidden in the legends we tell.